Life before and after Islam, a story of transformation. In the heart of the Arabian Peninsula, amidst the golden sands and scorching sun, lay the ancient city of Mecca. It was a city bustling with trade, where merchants from far and wide would gather, their caravans laden with spices, silk, and precious stones. Among them was a man named Zayd, a merchant in his early 30s. Zayd was known for his sharp business acumen, but his heart carried a quiet dissatisfaction with the world around him. Before Islam, society in Mecca was marked by stark inequalities. Wealthy traders enjoyed lives of luxury, while the poor and enslaved suffered in silence. Tribal loyalty was paramount, and disputes often escalated into violent feuds that spanned generations. Women had little to no rights, and female infanticide was tragically common. The Kaaba, the sacred sanctuary, was surrounded by idols representing various tribal gods, and religious rituals often included superstitious practices. Zayd often observed these injustices with a heavy heart. He had seen fathers bury their daughters alive out of misplaced shame. He had witnessed merchants cheating their customers without remorse. Despite his material success, he felt an emptiness, a longing for purpose. Everything began to change when whispers of a man named Muhammad spread through Mecca. Muhammad, known as Al-Amin the Trustworthy, began preaching a message of monotheism, compassion, and justice. He called people to worship one God, Allah, and to abandon their idols. He spoke of the equality of all humans, regardless of tribe, race, or wealth. Zayd was intrigued but hesitant. The Quraysh leaders opposed Muhammad fiercely, fearing the loss of their social and economic dominance. One night, Zayd attended a secret gathering where Muhammad himself spoke. The words of the prophet pierced his heart. "O mankind, we created you from a single pair of a male and a female and made you into nations and tribes so that you may know one another. Verily, the most honorable of you with Allah is the most righteous of you." Quran 49-13. Overwhelmed with emotion, Zayd embraced Islam. Life after Islam was not immediately easy for Zayd. He faced ridicule, social isolation, and threats to his business. Yet, he found a profound inner peace. Islam taught him that wealth was not merely a means of self-indulgence, but a trust from God to be shared with the less fortunate. He began giving generously to the poor and treating his employees with kindness and fairness. When the Muslim community migrated to Medina, Zayd followed. There, he witnessed a society built on principles of justice, equality, and brotherhood. Tribal divisions melted away, replaced by bonds of faith. Women were given rights to inheritance, education, and respect. The poor were cared for through systems of charity, and disputes were resolved through justice rather than vengeance. Years later, Zayd returned to Mecca with the Muslim army during the peaceful conquest led by Prophet Muhammad. Instead of revenge, the Prophet granted amnesty to his former enemies. Zayd realized in the full beauty of Islam, a religion not just of rituals, but of profound social reform and mercy. In his later years, Zayd became a teacher of the Quran, sharing the lessons he had learned with the next generation. His story became one of transformation, from a man troubled by the injustices of his society to a beacon of hope and faith in a world transformed by the message of Islam. Life before Islam had been marked by division, oppression, and spiritual emptiness. Life after Islam was filled with purpose, justice, and peace. Zayd's journey was not just his own. It was a reflection of the profound change that Islam brought to an entire society.